The world is changing. Demographics, technology, what works for one generation doesn't necessarily do for the next. The successful people of the past cannot see that their ways are obsolete. I am one of those older people. After spending the past year talking and listening to you, young students and professionals, I can totally empathize with that feeling. What alpha males, Gen-Xers, parents, rich people, and other experts say no longer makes sense because you don't want the world they created for themselves. I am Marcio, and after leaving a leadership position at Google, I decided to dedicate the rest of my career to enable the next generation of innovators. My goal today is to make peace. It is to serve as a translator between generations. I want to enable you, the audience of CareerZ Cast, to distill the principles in well-intentioned advice so you can use career wisdom to create a better world and a more fulfilling and less anxious future for yourself. So stay with me as we explore that topic. Welcome to CareerZ Cast. In this video, we'll discuss how to avoid some of the common traps of mentorship and career advice. As a bonus, I'll give you my honest and thoughtful recommendations on how to prepare and position yourself for the disruption of a generation, the emergence of artificial intelligence. Before we start this discussion, let's set a baseline. Members of the previous generations, your parents, professors, managers, mentors, Uncle Bob, have useful learnings and experiences, and they want to share it with you to help you to be happy and successful. So the question is not whether or not you should listen to them, but how you filter and think critically about the advice to maximize your benefits. So I have divided the content today in 3 main points. Let's go over them. Number 1, change the relationship dynamics and look beyond the tactics. The main complaint I hear from students and early career professionals is that most experienced people are often not aware of changes in context and insist in prescribing the recipes of the past. For example, they are not aware that going to college, getting a corporate job, working hard, climbing the ladder, and retiring is no longer a safe and not always the best path. College costs are going up, a degree doesn't guarantee a corporate job, the work environment is becoming more decentralized, and technology is disrupting most careers. Young professionals need to be more flexible, entrepreneurial, and resilient than 30 years ago. The solution might be to find mentors who have the experience and understand the changes in context, but it's also important to have constructive discussions with people who are not aware. That is particularly important with your parents. Take responsibility and ownership for your career. Make it clear that you welcome help, but it's your, not their career. Use this video as a tool if necessary. When someone older tells you something like, when I was your age, I worked 12 hours a day, the principle might be dedication and discipline, not necessarily sacrificing your health working 12 hours a day. Can you apply the principle of dedication in a sustainable way that fits your life? Number 2, success stories and survival bias. Get multiple perspectives. When thinking about career development, it is important to be inspired and have role models to look up to. But you must also be aware of survival bias, the tendency we have to only listen to the winners. Have you heard anyone say, I credit most of my success to plain luck? Of course not. Every successful person will talk about their humble beginnings, how they followed their dreams, worked really hard, and believed in themselves. Take those stories as inspiration of what's possible, but be aware that for each successful person, there are perhaps hundreds of other people who are at some point as talented and hardworking as they were, but did not have access to the same opportunities. Listening to their stories is as important for you to navigate the challenges life throws at you. Get inspired by your heroes, but do not try to follow in their footsteps. Find your own path. I advocate you need to have 3 or 4 career mentors you trust at any time. Someone who is close enough to you and know you well and can provide more personal advice. Someone who is successful in the field of work you are targeting and can serve as a connector and advisor. And perhaps a peer with whom you share challenges and experiences that are more directly transferable. Number 3, the AI hype cycle. In the past couple of years, the AI conversation has created a lot of insecurity and anxiety, and it is the source of this disconnect between generations. The truth is that it will take several years before AI has a broad impact in the job market and society. Company CEOs need to hype up the technology to justify their investments, but societal change takes time. So, my advice is to stay the course. Nobody should change careers for fear of AI. It is important to curate your investments in learning, growth, and training so you focus on the core concepts over the tactical operational skills. For example, in computer science, focus on learning about system design and algorithms, and de emphasize learning many different programming languages. In marketing, invest in learning high-level concepts like competitive analysis and customer behavior and branding over how to manage advertising campaigns using current tools and platforms. All those operational skills are going to change in the next several years. The core concepts will remain the same. If you learn the core concepts in any discipline, you'll be more flexible to acquire the operational skills needed to perform new post-AI jobs. Now you might be thinking, okay, Marcio, why should I listen to you? And that's a fair question. My intention isn't to tell you exactly what to do. My journey as an entrepreneur, as a corporate executive, as a director in big tech, with all its hard work and a fair amount of success, provided me with certain insights and principles that might be valuable when filtered through your own lens. Ultimately, your career journey is your own. Be curious, be critical, and learn from everyone, but always trust your own judgment. Chart your own course. Thank you for listening to this. If you think I can be helpful, explore the content of the channel. If this discussion was interesting to you, I recommend next you take a look at the Ikigai framework, which helps you to find the intersection of doing something you love, something you do better than anyone else, and something that allows to make a good living. Share and subscribe, and see you in the next episode of CareerZ Cast.